Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is Dom, aka KT2, and I'm coming back to you guys again for another video. So today what I'm going to talk about is the type of people you meet in the military, right? So you have the Army, the best branch in the military. You have the Marines, and then you have the Navy, and then you have what's something about a chair and a force, something like that. And then there's some type of shore guard or something. I'm not even sure if they're in the DOD. But anyway, just playing, guys, just playing. In every military branch, you go through a basic training, right? And there's all these types of stories about, oh yeah, you meet friends for life in basic training, and basic combat training. I don't know what it's called in the other branches, but in the Army it's called basic combat training, right? So you meet friends for life here. You meet all different types of people, right? And it's true. That's true. That's true. When you go through hardships with people, there's some type of bond, right? This bond, it like brings you closer. It brings you closer, and it just pulls you with people. Maybe it's the struggle, maybe it's the camaraderie, maybe it's that feeling, that brother in arms feeling. I'm not too sure exactly what it is, but you know, you meet people in basic training that will affect you and possibly, most likely, we'll be friends for the rest of your life. I know when I went through basic, I still got guys I talk to, whether it's officers or enlisted. Like, they are my ride or die friends. Ride or die. Those are my boys. Those are the boys, right? And let me give you guys another example, right? So there's all different types of people you meet, and there's different leaders. As officers, we are leaders, right? And we tend to emulate and respect different leaders that we see in the world. And so different leaders will have an effect on you and how you want to lead and how you want to be. I know that people in my unit affect me profoundly. Have affected me profoundly. I've only been in my unit for, how long have I been in my company? Maybe like 2 or 3 months, right? And I can think of one person off the top of my head, first person that comes to mind, very first person that comes to my mind that has profoundly affected and changed me as a leader and as a person. And it's the first person you never expect. Never expect. It's my chief. My chief. My chief in my shop. So as a rigger, there's a chief that works air ops, and there's a chief that works pack, and there's a chief that works AD. Well, my chief works two sections until the new chief comes in. And my chief, he just said so many profound things and shared with me books, and then just has, you know, he's mentored me. The chief is also a warrant officer, if you guys didn't know. A warrant officer, they're a subject matter expert on certain things. And it's crazy to say, but I look up to him. I look up to him, and I come to him for advice. And I've asked him some really interesting things on resiliency. And I respect him a lot. I respect him a whole heck of a lot. Maybe it's not because he's a ranger. It's actually who he is as a person. I think he's a very solid guy. I remember when I first met him, I didn't know. I thought he was weird. I was like, man, he doesn't like us, and he just gonna stay away from us. Me and the other LT, and because we didn't know how to read him. But it just goes to show, like, as you get to know people, they can affect you. They can really affect you, right? And my platoon sergeant, whenever he comes back and I get to spend some more time with him, I think he's a really good leader too. But let's not even talk about leaders. People on the same level as you. You're gonna meet people in the military on the same level as you. Like, I'm an LT, there'll be another LT. And when I was a specialist, I knew other specialists. And they affected me. They really affected me. And you meet people from all different types of backgrounds. All different types of backgrounds. I know I've shocked and I've changed people by my mannerisms, my maturity, my growth, my the way I articulate myself. That comes off as a surprise, right? And then there are some people who come from these backgrounds that I just knew were gonna hate me, with these tattoos all over their body that I knew that were gonna hate me, right? And as soon as I talk to them, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. So you can't judge somebody, as usual, by the way they look. You have to really talk to them. and get to know them on a personal level. Like on a real personal level. And I bring this up because there's a guy I added on Facebook that I went to basic with. And and we slept in the same room. And I go on his Facebook and I would have never thought this man would be like this. You know, it's like, you know, you never really know. And I talk to him all the time, but then you get to see his background and like, wow, okay. Strange. But either way, I just say this to the type of people you meet in the military. There's so many people. We come from all different types and parts of the world, that you will meet people that will affect you and change you. And I've showed you the story. I've told you a story about, you know, my warrant officer, my chief, that's changed me. I know my battle buddy, that's the other LT. He strives too. I like him. I like him and my XO because they work hard. And they're good people. And I'm glad I have people that work hard, because that lets me know that I'm going to work harder than them. So I'm going to be even better than them. So it's competition, it's admiration, it's friendship, it's respect. There's so many things you can get from people. Just keep an open mind. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys can hit me up on Snapchat at KLOP95 or Instagram at KIDTHNDR2. And like I always like to say at the end of all my videos, don't live the same year 75, 80, 85, 90 times and then try and call it a life. My name is Dom, aka KT2, and I'm out of here, guys. Peace.